Good evening, everyone. I'm Kamenenchev. Thanksgiving is about a lot of things, but to me, the four most important are family, friends, food, and football. And Cowboys fans get to watch their team on Thanksgiving every single year. Both Dallas and Philly are 8-3 as Dez Bryant's fired up before the game. Look at this. Wow, there's a close-up. But he wouldn't be very fired up about his team's performance on the field. First Eagles drive, LeSean McCoy shows off his speed for a 36-yard gain. He had 159 rushing yards. That leads to a Mark Sanchez 2-yard rushing touchdown, 7-0 Philadelphia. 14-0 Eagles now, and Romo airs it out, and Dez Bryant's on the other end for a nice 36-yard reception. That sets up a 1-yard touchdown run for DeMarco Murray, but Dallas only ran the ball 25 times today. Since 2011, the Cowboys are 14-1 when they have 30 or more rushes, 18-27 when they have 29 or less. But Philly's LeSean McCoy did run the ball, and he did it well. When he's in the open field, there's simply no catching him. Tony Romo had a tough day throwing 2 interceptions. McCoy wins the Galloping Gobbler that goes to the top player, and he joins Walter Payton as the only players to have 4 games with 130 or more rushing yards against the Cowboys. The Eagles win 33-10 to take a 1-game lead in the NFC East. They are the Turkeys, as just like the Cowboys, the Lions play each year on Thanksgiving too. The Pilgrims also showed up for this one. This was a showdown between Alshon Jeffrey and Calvin Johnson. First quarter, Jeffrey with the 10-yard score, 7-0 Bears. Now time for Megatron. Matthew Stafford delivers a strike. Johnson's on the other end for a 20-yard catch. That led to a field goal. Back to Jeffrey, though. A Cutler play action, and Jeffrey would leap in the air for the 6-yard touchdown. 14-3 Chicago. Jeffrey had 71 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. But as a Bears fan, I can tell you this defense has been tough to watch. Too much Megatron all the time. Look at him get that one between 2 defenders. 14-10, the Bears still leading just before the half. This time Johnson in the corner of the end zone. He keeps both feet in. He wins the receiver showdown with 11 catches for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bell adds 2 rushing touchdowns as the Lions win 34-17 to go to 8-4. The 49ers hosted the Seahawks. First drive of the game, and Colin Kaepernick throws to Michael Crabtree, and he's injured in the play. He'd actually return later in the game, but for now, Richard Sherman didn't have to cover him. We know those two are good buds. Well, not really. But the 49ers threw at Sherman anyways, and he picked it off. He actually adds another interception later in the game. That set up a touchdown. Seattle led 7-0 after the first quarter. Second quarter now, a 49ers blitz, and Russell Wilson gets away, and then he just runs around like Russell Wilson does. Then he finds his tight end, Tony Moeaki, and he heads down the sideline. He actually would be down at the 1. Might have scored if he actually didn't look around. Seattle's defense holds the 49ers under 200 yards. The Seahawks lead late in the fourth, 19-3. They'll go to 8-4. San Fran will drop to 7-5. There were 3 NFL games, but also 2 college football games today. Charlie Strong, the Batesville native, and Texas took on number 5 TCU. Texas is the possible bowl opponent for Arkansas. Some projections have those two matching up in the Liberty Bowl. Meanwhile, TCU has bigger goals and is currently the team on the outside looking in the college football playoff. Charlie Strong hugging senior David Ash before the game. Ash retired because of too many concussions. Late in the first quarter, good TCU pressure, and Terrell Lathan scoops up the fumble, and he'd go 40 yards for the score, 10-0 TCU. Trevon Boykin tosses 2 touchdown passes in this one and runs for 1 more, keeping his slim Heisman hopes alive. TCU wins big, 48-10. Texas A&M in its 12th man at Kyle Field hosted LSU. First quarter, Trey Williams explodes through the middle and would be untouched as he heads to the house for a 41-yard touchdown, 7-0 Aggies. But LSU and Leonard Fournette would come right back. Fournette runs over the A&M defense right there for a 22-yard touchdown. He had 146 rush yards. Let's take another look at this truck stick right here. Boom. Down goes A&M. LSU wins 23-17. And the A-State volleyball team swept ULL 3-0 today to advance to the semifinals of the Sun Belt tournament. So a lot of sports for the athletes today.
Absolutely. Look like a lot of good games today, Common.
A lot of good games. All 5 football games got them on the air.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Common. And stay with us. We'll be right back.